I also don't think that it's a total secret that I have a bit of a rebellious streak. I know you may be shocked by that. But, you know, there's a lot of positive things that you can learn from breaking the rules. One time, I wanted to get to the next place, and I illegally parked my Bronco in a parking lot that got gated up, and I decided to drive that Bronco right through the gates and smash them open. I kind of learned just to call a taxi. Now, I want to push that spirit even further. So today, we're finding new ways to break the rules. Every once in a while, I act like I have a libido. Now, in order to do that, we've got our Rebel Rule Book. Yes, now here are a few women who helped define the Rebel Rule Book. Set it on fire. U.S. women's soccer team superstar Megan Rapinoe. Come on. She is always kicking conformity to the curb. Like, she crushes on the field, and she refuses to be censored off of it. Greta Thunberg, the ultimate teen rebel, and someone who really changed my life last year. She really did. She had a huge effect on me. I really changed single-use plastics and just my styrofoam cups, and I found new ways of living because I was so inspired by her. She shows up on Parliament's doorstep on a Friday, ditching school, by the way. I feel ya, Greta. To change the world. Hey, model Winnie Harlow, I love her because she reinvented beauty standards and became the beacon of positivity, and she is straight up drop dead gorgeous. Bozoma St. John, okay, you have to know about this woman. She's amazing. She was Apple Music's former head of marketing. Apple, come on. Now she's just the CMO of a little company called Netflix. She even runs a workshop on how to be a badass in business. Let's all watch her and learn. So on that note, let's see what rebel-related news made the papers today. All right, CNN, they ran this piece, and I want to share it with you. They're saying that now is the perfect time to give up perfectionist parenting. I love that they stopped telling you a 24-hour news cycle and actually got really philosophical, because this is a subject we're all struggling. So I say, thank you, CNN, finally! Because this past year we've been in each other's business with so much anxiety, we're gonna have to learn to loosen that monkey tight grip. It's cutting off my circulation, and learn to let it go, but I'm not real good at letting it go, so I'm going to my friend of the show and our guru, Dr. Aliza Pressman of Raising Good Humans podcast. Dr. Aliza, help. We need you. Why?
Hello.
I love you, first of all.
I love you too.
Why? Why do parents have to feel like they have to be perfect?
Because, you know, our kids, whether we like it or not, are a reflection of ourselves. And the more you expect perfection from yourself, the nastier that voice is in your own head, the more you're going to expect it of your parenting, and your kids learn they should expect it of themselves. So you can get rid of it if you just remind yourself, I don't want my kid to grow up yelling at themselves inside their head that they have to be perfect. So I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in front of them. Boom, you don't have to be a perfect parent.
Okay, so how do we let ourselves off the hook?
Well, whenever that inner voice isn't nice, truly take a moment and imagine Oliver Frankie is talking to themselves like that, and you will stop. And also let them do what they're capable of, and then guide and support them in things that they're almost capable of, and only teach and model where they really, really need you. And the rest, you know, back off.
Is it true that we lead by example, that if I am living a higher road life, a little more gentle, a little more enlightened, a little more patient with myself, that will actually have the right trickle down and exempling to my kids?
Yes. That's why if you pause and you just go, wait, is this what I want them to hear in their head? Even if they can't hear the inside of your head, they know. They know how you're talking to yourself.
I love you so much. I'm calling you after the show. Thank you, Aliza. You are the perfect expert to help us de-perfect ourselves and set a new standard. Thank you.